Market volatility refers to the fluctuations in the prices of financial assets influenced by various factors such as economic conditions, political events, and investor sentiment. So understanding market volatility is crucial, particularly for people who are aging and have less time to recover from potential downturns. Well, President of Generations Wealth Management, Richard Hanson, is here to teach us more about it. Good morning, Richard.
Good morning, Jessica. How are you?
I'm doing great this morning. So let's start off with maybe what some are of the most effective ways to really calm the fears that surround market volatility.
Well, I think the most important thing that we've got to look at is when you initially have the opportunity to meet with folks is to determine what their risk tolerance is. We follow our best practice way of working with people. And really, the most important thing is try to find out where that risk tolerance is. Like most of us, we want the greatest return that we can get with the least amount of risk, and that's only human nature. So if you start off determining what's important, what that main risk tolerance is, it takes the risk out inherent in long-term planning. So I think it's first and foremost determining what that person is looking to accomplish.
Well, and for our viewers watching, how can they implement a financial plan that sort of withstands those market changes?
Well, again, I think it goes back to initially diagnosing what your concerns are. Some of the different techniques that we use, from money management to complete financial planning, from long-term care, Medicare supplements, fixed investment vehicles, annuities, to determine where we're going to go with those folks. Are you someone who's willing to take the risk of a significant return with a significant downturn? Well, if you balance everything systematically, we're going to be able to withstand any of those specific downturns in the marketplace.
So in what could be an unpredictable market, what should be the focus when planning for retirement?
Well, again, and I hate to keep repeating it, but what is your particular risk tolerance? I think the most important thing is we want to make sure that our expenses are low and our income is relatively high. A lot of folks think that when you retire, you need this humongous bag of money. Well, what we believe in most importantly is keeping those expenses low. And if you have Social Security or a part-time job or additional income coming in, that's your buffer. If you're withdrawing a significant amount of dollars to make up for those high expenses, that makes us work with your money a lot harder and probably have to take more risk. So what we try to do is make sure we take into account tax brackets, take into account inflation, and make sure our expenses are livable to withstand that long-term fluctuations within the market.
Yeah, and before we go, tell us a little bit more about Generations Wealth.
Well, I could talk for hours on it. I've been lucky enough to be in this business for 43 years. It's a family-run business. My wife, my daughter, my son, they are all involved in the business. Drew's been with me for 7 years. We're originally from San Clemente, California. I'm a former teacher, so we do a lot of educational stuff with our folks, but we are now located in Henderson as well as Orange County, and couldn't be happier here. We're have been welcomed. We moved here 3 years ago. We're out in Lake Las Vegas. And really, we do an overall financial plan. Where are you today? Where do you want to be tomorrow? What do you have to get you there? And what are your risk tolerance? What are your concerns? We try to turn insecurities into security for folks.
Well, Richard, thank you so much for joining us this morning and sharing your insight with us.
Thanks, Jessica. I appreciate it.
Market volatility is inevitable, so be sure to have a plan. You can learn more at generationswealthmgt.com.